Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU for Relentless push is continued. Well, I believe today is the day I think we're going to be able to achieve one of our new achievements. Now, don't get me wrong, the last episode was an achievement, alright. We have gone ahead and destroyed Great Britain. They don't even have 60 heavy ships. They are no longer a hegemon. They are completely gone, and so they don't have any of the perks. How nice is that? We are the one world hegemon. So we have taken a few things. We're currently coring things up, and we need to move some of our armies around. So we are preparing for a war with the Khan, but before we do that, we have another achievement today. So we need to consecrate this metropolitan here to get the redecorating, and it turns out, because we have taken London, it appears that they sent, here we are, they sent this monument all the way over here. That means that they get max promoted cultures, and so we can take benefit of that right now. And I believe if we check out Rome, here we go, their culture is Umbrian. We need to have it as an accepted culture to consecrate it as a metropolitan. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and see about that. So let's go to our government. We will find Umbrian. It'll cost us 90 Diplo power. Nice and easy. That is now accepted. And now what we can do is we can consecrate, except we're at maximum, which luckily for us is not a huge issue. All that we do is we can switch over our icon. This would be another 5 years, but I think for now we'll just go ahead and... what do we go for? Discipline and manpower. We're almost maxed out. Honestly, that's not a huge issue. I kind of like the construction cost. Let's just go with the aggressive expansion impact. I don't know if that necessarily gets retroactively applied, but I'm sure that would be somewhat necessary, as I think, yeah, we may have upset some of the people nearby us. And so let's just check with Mecklenburg. Do we have aggressive expansion? No. Okay, what about these guys? Also, no. Hang on, surely there's somebody around. Aggressive expansion is 5 with Dithmarschen. 5 or 2. Okay, so Dithmarschen at 5. Anybody else slightly higher? Brandenburg, maybe? Yeah, Brandenburg has 6. Okay, so that's not really a huge issue, but again, we may as well go ahead and swap that out. Improve relations is always nice, and we'll probably end up switching back to some cost-effective things soon. So let's go ahead and see if that makes a retroactive impact. I've never actually paid attention before. No, it seems to still be the same, but that is what it is. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the achievement. Let's go ahead and consecrate. That'll make up... And there we go. That should be it. Now let's just check out our achievement. Let's see. Whereabouts are you? We need redecorating. Here we go. Starting as an Orthodox nation, consecrate metropolitan in Roma. Yep. Very, very nice. So we've got that done. Let's see. Anything else we can do for now? Looks like we could technically... fabricate claims on an area? You know what? Sure, why not? We might break our truce. Who knows? We could do that for a little bit of kicks and giggles. We'll take a claim there just because we don't need you anymore. We'll recall, and then with our free diplomat, I think what we'll do is we can now royal marry some of these people who we have marriages with. Yeah, so we're married. We may as well have an alliance. That'll give us a few more reasons. We're still being voted for, but again, we want to be certain that we have all of that sorted. Alright, and then let's see what else. Yeah, we've got troops moving across. Let's go ahead and build up some templates. We may as well have some more men in the field. We can certainly afford it. We'll do one over here, one over there, third one over here, and then... You know what? Maybe we build... Actually, we could afford one more if we desired. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just make up another one just for good measure. We had the right amount of money, so I guess it's all well and good. Our what do we call them? Missionaries will be working on a whole heap of this Anglican stuff. That should be nice and quick. That'll boost our prestige nicely. Not that we need to. Corruption's growing, but again, we can pay that down and make sure that that goes nowhere. It's only a little bit of money at the end of the day. So we'll max that out. And inflation is at 1%. Okay, well then if that's the case, we might as well make the most out of it. We'll see if we can get any extra trade benefit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can earn ourselves a free, what do we call them? Merchant. Yeah. Alright, so there goes our redecorating as we unpause. Looks like we have the Conquest Casus Belli against them, that's fine. Holy War, Cleansing of Heresy, Humiliate Rivals, all of that stuff because we now have picked up Tuscany as rival. That means we should probably go ahead and start embargoing. That's always a good plan for our rivals. Power projection is good for that sort of thing. So we'll let that happen. In a couple more days, we can go ahead and royal marry a few more people. What have we got here? 1, 2. Okay, we still have 2 votes. What about you? Can we send gift? Receiving subsidies? Is there anything we can do to improve this? Not really. Huh. Oh, wait, we can't send a gift. Yeah, we don't have enough money right now. We're not going to do any of this. Let's see, we could get them to reduce opinion. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. These guys are fine. Mecklenburg, we will go ahead and... Who are they voting for? Dithmarschen? They might end up voting for themselves. Let's see. No legal heir. You know what? We could go ahead and ask them to put one of our... on their dynasty. That wouldn't be a bad plan. But let's just see. What can we do? Where is it? We're improving. Okay, so that's going to... Yeah, that's maxed out. Accepted religions, alliance, defender of the faith, consort ties, sent a gift. We need... Yeah, we've got influence. What else could we do? Maybe a guarantee? Yeah, there we go. Let's proclaim a guarantee. That'll make them happier, I am sure. And then I guess we'll just give it a couple more days. Dithmarschen, what about you? We've got a guarantee there. We can offer an alliance. We are married, I suppose, so that seems reasonable. We'll boost that up. And then... Anybody else? But we're not revoking a guarantee. We already have alliances, so that's all good. We could send an insult potential to somebody. Mines, who do you dislike? Austria, Brandenburg, and France. You know what, Brandenburg? Let's just go ahead and insult you. Oh no, we already insulted them. Oh, wait a second. We can wait a... Wait. Cannot insult them again until the 2nd of September, 1795. So... Would this do it? Enemies will appreciate it. Sure, and that's also good with Mecklenburg. Why not? Let's go ahead and scornfully insult. It's not like we have to worry about things. Alright, military leaders have left us. It looks like mercenary companies and whatnot. All the good stuff. We'll go ahead and accept a royal marriage with Georgia. We have a new merchant or 2. Okay, that's nice. And we can upgrade some ports. Let's go ahead and make sure that they're up to trade 3. And then... Yeah, unassigned merchants. We should see about that. So what have we got? We're collecting over here. We're sending all of our trade there. It's fairly strong control. Novgorod. Hang on a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and we will transfer trade power from there. And then all of this kind of flows through what we want. We're also... Yeah, we're redirecting up over here. Collections all over there. Transferring all the way around here. Let's go... Maybe we use this as a little bit of extra caravan power? Yeah, or maybe we go with through some Markand. Actually, you know what? There we go. Let's go through Lahore. That should be better. We'll redirect it towards where we want it. Yeah, that'll be better. So that should hopefully earn us a couple more ducats. Not that we really need it. 26 merchants is kind of more than ridiculous. Alright, what is that? Illinoisian separatists. Huh. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they'll get dealt with. We'll go ahead and Royal Marry over here. Yeah, we're going to need to do a little bit of rebel suppression, I'm thinking, in New Russia. We need to core up a whole bunch of this land for us to be able to get that cored. Where are you guys heading? A couple of provinces over? Alright, well, we'll let you move across, and then we'll go ahead and start working on that. Rebel suppression, definitely going to be an issue. We are converting a whole bunch of this country, so that is going to be quite prominent for a bit. Oh, and apparently... Oh no, we can connect. Okay, well that's good. We'll go ahead and make sure that all of this is covered with at least 1 or 2 armies. Actually, we have 3, so you know what? We'll do that instead. That should be fine. Close that. You, my friend, can go ahead and start doing the rebel suppression up north. Hopefully that should mitigate some of our troubles there. And then, what else do we have? Well, I don't think that there's too much more. So we'll close that, and then you guys are still traveling a little bit further. Okay. And another military leader has left us over in Gibraltar. Right, yes, you are black flagged. Where do you want to go? I suppose we just make your way over here. Yeah, there's nowhere better for you right now. We can always we can try to get military access for the Ottomans. If not, we'll bring our navy around and we'll just cover the strait. Yeah, oh, that should be fine. So that'll do. And let's see, what else have we got? We have uprising progress. Right, yes, that will definitely be a thing. Let's just check in on that. Past all of our new armies, which is quite considerable. We will eventually get there. Hey, okay, so, rebel factions. Nothing too serious. I think we'll leave it. Oh, and apparently, hang on. Is our overextension down to 92? Oh, we're not even overextended. Yeah, okay, cool. So my calculations in the last episode were accurate. We've handed most things off. We're trying to make a few colonial nations, but again, at the same time too, we're coring up all that stuff from Britain. That is lovely. I'm very glad to see that the math paid off, because I didn't do it in the most... well, I could have started with Great Britain first and then picked up everything else, but I sort of did it the other way around. I picked up a couple of provinces that I knew that I wanted, and then I sort of forgot about things, and yeah, got distracted, so it was a little bit of back and forth and some math after the fact. But either way, it all panned out. That's all I care about. We've got you guys doing plenty of rebel suppression, which is fantastic. We'll go ahead and I think we'll roll a general or two. That'll be fine. Sure, you can stay here. You guys can have a new leader as well. And then you can as well. We're still focusing on military power too, so again, it's not a big deal one way or the other. What we're going to do is, yeah, be able to, what do we call it? Boost up our professionalism, because, yeah, we did hire some mercenaries. That does drop professionalism, but again, we can now afford a few more generals once again, because that's been a very long time in the making. We also should have a few... we should have a, what do we call them? Oh, a new admiral. We do have a light ship fleet that we should be making good use of. We'll go ahead and we will sail into port. Let's just check that we have a grand shipyard. Yep. Okay, that'll do. We'll sail you across here. We'll go ahead and... Now, what are the bonuses here for this heavy ship? So, mass cannons, the flagship. What are the bonuses? I really don't see. Speed is 9. That's fairly standard for a heavy ship. We need... Oh, extra engagement width. And then... Yeah, blockade power. Okay, I don't think that this comes with trade power, so we don't really need that associated. Yeah, I think that's fairly similar to our build. Oh, actually, maybe they don't have any benefits at all. Yeah, because that's durability and maintenance. That's engagement width and extra cannons. Yeah, let's go ahead and collect our light ships. We'll go ahead and we will tell you to... We'll tell you to go to port at war just for good measure. We'll go ahead and take a 6 maneuver fellow because, again, maneuver helps us generate trade more quickly as we can get our goods and services around a little bit sooner. We'll go ahead and tell them to protect trade in the English Channel. That will guarantee that we have good control. We're already at a good 30-odd%, and Great Britain is barely there to be seen, but it is so much less than what they used to be. It's quite nice. And in fact, you know what? We no longer even need that hostile trading. Let's go ahead and maximize profit. That will be fine. Again, more money for us, the better. Okay, so all of that's done. We won't go ahead and... Oh, you know what? This is jumping around far too much. In a couple of months, we'll go ahead and we'll use our Russian abilities, but until then, I think we'll be fine. Everybody else can go ahead and go back home to port. These fellows can stay where they are. That'll be okay. Yeah, I think we've got a fairly decent plan. Although, you know what? These fellows, we don't quite have the right amount of troops. Yeah, we've got a larger backline than we do frontline. Well, we'll fix that up later. But that'll have to be good enough. And then, let's see, all of you guys are amassing. Look at this, absolutely swarming. If I was Khorasan or Deccan, I would be feeling rather uncertain. Yep, it is not going to be a good day for them. Alright, but either way, we have our transports. They're still here. They're dropping off 87,000 more troops. They're getting very close to position. That should be just what we were after. How many ships have you guys got? Deccan. Let's go ahead and have a look at the ledger. Let's sort by country, and Deccan shouldn't be too hard to find. Okay, 42 heavy ships, 80 lights, a couple of transports. Yeah, again, a non-issue. We'll put all of you together for now. Let's also upgrade... Oh, it looks like we stole another flagship. Huh. I didn't even know we were holding on to that. Yeah, I would be guessing that's from our... When we were in... What was it? The last episode or the episode before? We captured the British flagship multiple times in a row. I think that's other flagships that they had captured, and then we just, you know, it kind of counted for them as well. So we got the event multiple times, which I am a-okay with. Let's see. You guys, that's fine. We'll... you in port? We'll go ahead and put you in port there. That'll be fine. We may want all of our navy here. We've got everybody in fairly good health. I think we should be able to transport ourselves safely across. Yeah, we'll have all of this. We should have all of this. That is our friendly... Yeah, let's just go ahead and get them over here. We know that we're going to need to cross that strait, and we need our navy in position, so we may as well. There is a plague. We'll go ahead and we'll just lose some money. It's not a concern, and it looks like mines... Hang on a second. Faithful ally against their reconquest against Hesse. Verdun, the Papal State, Nuremberg. Okay, so the Papal State is 3 provinces. That's not any trouble. We have Hesse, which is... Where are you guys? Oh, there's Nuremberg. Verdun should be... Whereabouts are you guys? Oh no, that's Utrecht. You know what? I don't think it really matters. We'll just go ahead and we'll accept just for... Oh, wait a second. Is there anything we need to do before we go to war? We're not going to do that. We don't need anything here. We can... rebel armies. Okay, we can't seize the land for now. That's okay. I think that's just going to have to do. Sure, we'll go ahead and collect. It's not like upgrading any of our ports is too crucial. Let's see. That is Orthodox. We could chuck that in a trade company, I think. No? Okay, maybe we can't do trade companies. I was under the impression that we might be able to. Yeah, we can over here. Let's go ahead and we'll add that to a trade company. It's the right religion. That'll be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll boost that upper level as well. You, my friend, can also be a trade company port, so we'll go ahead and boost you as well. You need conversion and all that coring and things. That's fine. And then apparently, maybe it's because... I don't know. HRE or whatever, I don't really know, but we're going to ignore that for now. Sure, I suppose that'll do. Alright, so technically we're at war again. I'm not really too bothered. They should be strong enough to deal with this on their own. Yeah, we have other fish to fry, so... Let's let everybody amass. Still working on those armies. This should be very quick and easy. And... yeah, that should be pretty decent. Alright, so Oldenburg, sure, they can do what they want. Peasants getting uppity. Let's see. Lose legitimacy or lose 35 admin. Admin's easy enough. Not too much of a concern. Yeah, we'll just see what we can do. Let's take this 88,000 since this is a full stack. We will march you... let's march you... up over here. Yeah, I want to take out Khorasan's troops because I believe they get called in. Yeah, they are allied. And then after that, we'll also try and nom Baluchistan, which might call them right back on in. Yeah, we'll take a nice couple of little victories and just solidify the trade power in this region. You know, just be an absolute thorn in their side, which kind of gives me the little chuckles. They've survived for long enough as it is, so yeah, they should have really expected this a whole heap sooner. Anything else we want to do in the meantime? We're still fairly low on sailors, but again, that's not the end of the world. We'll check out some dry docks. Oh, there we go. Hang on a second. So, we know these ones are ours. And then... Jaffa... You know what? We may as well build them anyway. That'll be fine. We'll go ahead and see if we can get some benefit there. We'll also go ahead and build up a couple of town halls if we had money, but I guess we do not. Alright then. So, what have we got? More conversions, treasure fleets, rebel uprising up to 80% for New Russia. I don't think that goes away if we use our... what is it? The Oprachina. Yeah, I don't think that really changes too much. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and spy on these guys. We will go ahead and boost up our network here. We've got a few free people, so we may as well. Build spy network. And then, oh, we've got Austria. Do we even care about Austria anymore? We're not allied to them. We could fabricate claims, we could do all sorts of things. You know, let's sabotage their reputation, just make sure people are less likely to try and vote for them. And then... what else could we do? We could fabricate claims, but I don't feel like going to war with them. Not going to send gifts. We're not going to ask for anything. Break alliances with anyone? Nope. Okay. Oh. Alright, well, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, conversion successful. That's all nice. Troops are amassing, which is excellent. We'll go ahead and throw a leader over here. Let's roll a new general. 4642 is fairly solid. You are already set, so let's roll one more. 564, that is also quite respectable. We will go... yeah, okay, we'll march over here. That way we can quickly jump on them. That is, what's this? 90, 100,000. Yeah, okay, so that's over half their army. We can crush that fairly swiftly. I think they may be using a couple of their ships to try and avoid danger, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I think that is going to go very, very poorly. Oh, you know what? We also have some trade investments which we should do since we've added some into the English channel. We'll go ahead and we will buy all of the new things that we can. That'll do. We're just going to buy one of everything because, again, they are worth doting upon. Naval force limit. Trade value modifier. No. We want trade steering. Yeah. And then I think that's about all we can do. 188. You guys are theoretical. Oh, right. Yeah. Don't go home at war. That's fine. We'll just let things be. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So it looks like the Papal State is doing some stuff, but again, it's not a huge concern. If we have a look at the numbers, they have 18,000. Yeah, mine says 51,000. That doesn't include all of our extra little vassals. Yeah, we don't need to participate over here. That is a concern for somebody else, but not us. We'll go ahead and we'll get this extra army over here. We'll get you ready. We'll have you we'll have you over here. You can attack there. These guys can march directly across. We'll take them all on single-handedly, and that'll be fine. And then everybody over here, you can march. You can march over there. You guys can go over here, just to make sure that they don't really go too far. Yeah. So we'll try and take the outside spots, and that'll be fine. Oh yeah, and let's go ahead and upgrade some of our forts. We've got some of the ones that are probably well overdue for an upgrade. We're just going to sort by cost, and we will go with the cheapest ones, as they are probably the ones that we need to deal with. Oh, Muat, we know that that one is worth doing, because we know that's in India. Alright, United in Prayer. Let's just pick up the power. We don't care too much for everything else. You guys are still building on up. Some revolts. Yeah, that's not a concern. That should be fairly simple. Yeah, suppressing rebels nice and quickly. That's what we want. Extra goal orientated for bonus movement speed. That's good. Yep, they're both marching over there. Oh, looks like Portuguese Louisiana is attacking British Louisiana. Looks like the absolute devastation we caused has made them particularly weak. We may want to attack these guys at some point. I'm sure it would be a thing, although it looks like, yeah, Portugal, Spain, a few too many annoyances. But we could definitely take it if we really desired, but that's not our problem. We're focusing on our achievements, and that is the main thing. There goes Verdun, they are already gone. You guys, do you have any more troops piling up? It does not appear so. And we need a few more generals. Yeah, we need a few more, so let's roll. Yeah, 4642, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and roll another. Yep, and then you can have one. And anybody else need a general? 1, 2, 3, all of you. You've all got one. I suppose then it's probably a good measure that... yeah, that these guys have one more too. Alright. And where was he? Oh, wait, 5521. That is all good. Alright, so I think that's pretty decent. I don't think we have too much more to worry about. We can go ahead and... we just go ahead and we declare. I think this is the best way to do it. Let's go ahead and we will go for a good old imperialism war. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and confirm. Yeah, there we go. Alright, back to war. Hip hip huzzah, and hopefully for the Masters of India. So, let's go ahead and march everyone into the position. Oops, apparently I did slightly fail on that aspect. You guys, oh, you know what? You can march across here. I didn't realize you connected there. You all can go over here, and then you can go ahead over there. So that's most of their army out of the way. Let's go ahead and bring... let's see, we still have more months of waiting for those sailors. You know what, our navy is in good enough condition. Let's just go ahead and pop on out. We have a 553, which is, yeah, 5533 with some bonus galley combat ability, which is very bad news for them. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You guys, we're going to quickly go ahead and march over here. Make sure that all of those troops do their thing. You guys can head over to their fortification. You can move... you know, we can just work our way over here. Yeah, we'll send this full stack of cannons and things over towards their capital soon. Yeah, this shouldn't be particularly hard for us. No, this should be perfectly fun. Alright, so Battle of Chesapeake, fantastic, we won that. No other notifications are too important. Yep, look at that, we captured a whole heap of stuff. Sailing on forwards, we have obliterated what else they have. There is first stack wipe for bonus morale damage. Yeah, I don't think that there's really that much for us to worry about. Extra morale of armies, extra army recovery. Yeah, there we go. Absolute annihilation. That is what we wanted. Let's see. Hindu zealots. We'll probably try and get rid of them at some point. We don't really want them. They are sending a handful of troops, but again, that's not an issue. Apparently, we need... we need 2 more cannons. So we'll send you over here. And then we'll regroup you there. And then... what have we got? Only 39? Huh. Maybe we don't get... maybe we moved them or something like that and we prevented any trouble there. But either way, we'll go ahead and use them to chase them down. That'll be fine. Lack of demand for jewelry. That's fine. I don't particularly care. Oh, and apparently Khorasan does have an army. Okay, well, we'll work on that. I'm not too concerned one way or the other. This should be fairly swift and painless. In fact, 9th. When do we arrive? 17th. Okay, we can't catch you. That's all good. We will do what we can. Yeah, there we have it. So Deccan and Khorasan trying to match together. They do have 222,000 men, so they're not technically a pushover, but I doubt that it's going to hold us off for very long. Alright, and because I forgot and we've got a lot of money, let's go ahead and continue building some more of these fortifications. We're just going to get them nicely buffed up. We'll just spend what we have, and that works out fine. Alright, so, separatists, and rebels defeated. Yeah, you guys will be fine. I'm not really too concerned about this. Coring should not be affected, I believe. Oh, a lot of this was handed off to New Russia, was it? Huh. Okay, so New Russia is the 13 colonies for us. Okay, well, that's fine. Russian Canada, we are... Maybe we already had enough sorted out. Oh, maybe that's where we got the extra motion from. Maybe we already had enough people in the area. Alright, well that's fine. A couple of separatists, they should be dealt with fairly comfortably by our subjects. We're not really too concerned over here. Yeah, I'm sure our friends will help us out at some point soon. We may even go ahead and declare war on people like these, just so we can go ahead and improve that. That could be nice. We might even just end up declaring that war, but again, we'll do that in a little bit. But I think that's going to be where we call things for today. We should finally be in our War for the Masters of India, and we will see exactly how long this takes us, but I don't think it'll be too long. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.